Hey, my name's Mike. Today we are going to talk about barriers in our life that keep us from worshiping God the way He should be worshiped. As we get closer and closer to Easter, let's continue our study of the words that Jesus spoke. They're printed in clear-cut red letters found in our Bibles. Today I want to read in Matthew chapter 21 and verse number 12. And this is what it says. Jesus entered the temple and he began to drive out all the people buying and selling animals for sacrifice. He knocked over the tables of the money changers and the chairs of those selling doves. And he said to them, the scriptures declare my temple will be called a house of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves. Now, this is the second time that Jesus has come into the temple, a place that was dedicated for prayer, for worship, for learning of God. And he's made quite a bit of a scene. Notice the part where it tells us that Jesus was driving people out and literally physically knocking over tables and chairs. Jesus wasn't messing around here. He sees barriers that were getting in the way of people worshiping in the temple the way they should. And he made some fearless moves. His desire was to get rid of these barriers with no time to waste. He wasn't timid. He didn't ask for permission. He was determined. He was bold in his actions. And it's really important. It's also highly practical for us to follow the lead that Jesus shows us in Matthew 21. I want you to take a moment and think about the barriers in your life that keep you from worshiping God the way He desires to be worshiped. Those barriers in our lives, they shouldn't be present. You probably don't have people selling animals or money changers at your church or, in your bed when you wake up in the morning, keeping you from worshiping God. But if we take a minute and we pause, I think that there are numerous ways and numerous things that come between us and a pure worship of Jesus in our lives. Maybe one barrier that needs knocked over in your life is the barrier of time. Maybe you just think you don't have time to spend time with Jesus every day. Maybe you're busy. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe the table that's standing between you and quality time with God is your need to adjust how you spend your time. I want to say it this way clearly to you. There's no better way to spend time in your day than with Jesus. Maybe a barrier between you and God is a bad habit. Maybe it's a lack of will or self-discipline. Maybe there's a toxic relationship keeping you from seeing God the way He should be seen. Maybe it's your obsession with a hobby, or maybe it's even something more complicated. Maybe it's your past and your story. Maybe you have a history of being burnt by the church people that has set itself up as a table preventing you from spending the time you should spend with God, preventing you from putting Jesus as the king of your heart and your life the way He wants to live. Whatever the issue is for you, know that you're not alone. It might take some time for you to uncover and remove the barriers that are real for you in your personal walk with Jesus. But I want to encourage you, when you tackle these issues, remember to be bold. Follow the lead of Jesus. I'm not suggesting you go and literally knock over your kitchen table today, but I am saying this: take solid action in removing things in your life that are holding you back from worshiping God with the passion and the energy that He is worthy of. Give yourself time to think. Take action and watch how God makes moves in your heart. We're praying for you. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow as we continue to unpack the most important words we hear, the red letters, the words from Jesus. Thanks for tuning in.